Hi, I'm Bri. I'm a first year law student from Nottingham.
I go to Brasenose College and this is Brasenose New Quad. I've been here for the lockdown period and I've spent a lot of time out here sitting on the grass, chatting to the people who are here and actually doing some studying on some of the benches. Brasenose is known as one of the friendliest colleges in Oxford. It's also very central, so the iconic Radcliffe camera is right outside the door. It's not very far to walk to get into town, and the first thing you come across at the end of Brasenose Lane is the covered market. It's normally bustling and sells lots of fresh groceries, and there's some lovely coffee shops and food places in there. Just across the road is the closest club to college. This is Plush, it's an LGBTQ+ bar and I've had some of my best nights in there. Just around the corner is Bill's. This is where all the lawyers in my college came in Freshers Week for an introductory meal, and it's right opposite my second year accommodation, so really nice for a treat. A bit further down the road and even closer to my accommodation is my favourite place for brunch in Oxford, the Handlebar Cafe. I like the Handlebar because there's lots of different options for different dietary requirements. Here's what me and my friend ate when we came to the Handlebar at the beginning of our second term in Oxford. Over the road is Tycoon, which is my friend's favourite place to get pad thai. One of my favourite things about Oxford is how some of the buildings look really old, and then across the road is really modern. So here, that was the history faculty, and this is the cinema. Gloucester Green Market is in the heart of Oxford and is normally bustling with street food stalls. My favourite is the Greek one. One of my favourite memories from first year is finishing my criminal tutorials at Worcester on a Friday and coming down for some food. The bus station in Oxford is where you can catch the Oxford Tube, which is a £13 return to London at any time of the day, 24/7, every 10 minutes. And on the Tube I went to see Mamma Mia for my 19th birthday. Some of my favourite places to eat and drink in Oxford are on Friars Entry, which is just next door to Tesco and a less than 10-minute walk from college. This is the White Rabbit, which outdoor area has heated seats. I've come here for various meetings for societies such as Brasenose's Feminist Society and the Class Act Student Union campaign. My favourite thing to buy here are the dough balls, which are about £5 and you can get them with Nutella or garlic butter. Another really nice place to eat in Oxford is Turtle Bay. They do lots of Caribbean food and also it's quite busy during happy hour. I like the fact that this is so close as my other favourite Caribbean restaurant is quite far out. I would also really recommend Spice Roots on Carley Road for some really good traditional Caribbean food. This is Fever, where Brasenose have a lot of bops, and Fever Fridays are infamous among Oxford students. This is Taylor's, which is my favourite place to get salads. There are about 4 in Oxford that you can head to in the city centre. Also on this street is the famous G&D. The Oxford Hub is really good for any volunteering, and right next door is the Common Ground coffee shop, which is cheap and also really chill inside with sofas, and you can go there to work. Up next is the infamous Freud. This is where a lot of events are held, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. These events include Christmas balls, spring fling, and also Pink Night, which was raising money for breast cancer. It's really beautiful inside, and this is what it looks like on the outside. This is what it looked like for matriculation ball at Brasenose College. And Brasenose also really love a silent disco, which we have every time we go to Freud. Not too far is the Canal. I've come here quite often for my daily walks during lockdown, and it's really pretty and quiet and nice to see lots of nature. Other places to walk in Oxford include uni parks, which are really nice, and if you go behind uni parks there's some big fields, and this is where I saw this red deer. I also saw these ducks on my walks behind uni parks. However, you don't always need to go that far, especially not in Brasenose, as sometimes they could be found in college. Also, there's always this cat on my walks down the canal. Not far from the train station is Bridge, which is where people go on Thursday nights. This is Attic, which has themed nights on Wednesdays, which include a ball pool, pizza and an ABBA tribute. However, not everyone likes a night out, and this is the Castle Quarter, where there's lots of nice places to eat. Sometimes we might watch things in the JCR too, such as Bake Off and University Challenge. Junkyard golf is really popular with people, especially bigger groups and people when their families and friends come down to visit. This is Westgate, which is Oxford's massive shopping centre. It's also home to a gym, a cinema and some restaurants such as The Alchemist, where I had this. I also love Itsu for the deals. There's also plenty of places to shop on the main streets. I love to get coffee and study in the Missing Bean. There's also a branch in the law faculty which is really good when I'm in the law library. You can also take lots of walking tours around Oxford for film sets or just historical facts. BBC's Killing Eve was filmed here, and it's possible to see 7 centuries of architecture if you stand in this spot. Towers of All Souls were also inspiration for Lord of the Rings, and this door was the inspiration for Narnia. Back in college, my favourite place to study is the Stalybras Law Library. This is specifically for lawyers and has all of the books in it that we need. Student bedrooms are also the heart of socialisation in colleges. People might pop round to ask about work, people might work from their own rooms, people might come round for cups of tea or chats, and all student rooms are different.